Why is that we are not able to nurture industries in this state? All of you know, industry only brings wealth to the state, will bring cash for the state, will bring ancillary industries to the state. We have totally failed in this matter for the last 65 years. Now is the time to change. Without industry, how do you find job opportunities for our people? Today, so many people are, after their education, they immediately rush to Bangalore, Bombay, or Dubai, or some other place for jobs. Why is it? You should very seriously think about the situation. Why industries, we are not able to nurture industries in the state. It's all because of the red flags. Industry starts, in 2-3 years, when it's tiny small excuse, they start agitations, lockdowns, strikes, this sort of thing. This mental state has to change. People should realize that industries are necessary for the state. And now, so many entrepreneurs are assembled here. What are the opportunities for the entrepreneurs? According to me, sky is the limit. There are so many things that is possible. Our own people, Malayalis, they have gone to other places, particularly Middle East. See how many industries they have set up themselves and then nurturing. Why can't it be done here? This is possible only, as I mentioned, if you are able to take away the red flags and bring green flags, welcoming industries and investments. That is possible. That is a change that Bharatiya Janata Party is trying to bring here. And that's the reason why I joined BJP also. I felt it is high time some very well-educated people like us, we should enter into politics. We should change the situation and atmosphere here. Otherwise, this state has no future. I am actually a person from Palghat. I was born in Palghat district. I was educated in Palghat, in missionary school and in Victoria College. I know the problems of the state, or the city in particular. I used to remember when I was going last 2-3 days along the streets of Palghat, which I used to walk in those days from my home to Victoria College or missionary school. I find no change at all hardly. The same type of roads, the same development, except that population has grown too much. And there are so many buildings also have come. Otherwise, basic infrastructure things we are not been able to upgrade them at all. I was asking somebody after my arrival here, do we have a master plan for the city? You know there's no master plan. Just now somebody mentioned that the Management Association has prepared a master plan. Without a master plan, how do you plan things? That is why you find the city has grown in such a haphazard manner, very haphazard manner. Some of the areas when I went there this morning, I was surprised how the city is allowed to grow in this fashion. There was no control at all. It's high time we have a master plan, at least for the next 20 years. Out of the plan, take the first 5 years as phase 1 of the master plan. Concentrate on that and bring the necessary improvements necessary. First and foremost, what we need is assured water supply, drinking water supply, if possible 24/7, 24/7, all the hours of the day and all the days of the week. With Manambara so near, and the city being surrounded by 2 rivers on either side, how is that we are not able to find enough water? I have made a lot of studies regarding rivers in Kerala. In fact, I had an organization called Friends of Bharathapuzha as its president. Of course, that society was formed only about 1.5 years back. You see the condition of our rivers, the type of pollution to our rivers, and any water body for that matter, how they are getting degenerated. Our politicians have failed us miserably during the last 65 years. So we have to change the type of rules, the type of governance we have. They made the state just a play ball of the politicians. Very brilliant people in service, particularly IAS, IPS, they are not allowed to function properly. They are not allowed to take decisions. A chief engineer has no power to transfer an assistant engineer. A state can't function in this fashion. There is no delegation of powers. Everything is with the party, not even with the ministers. Things are all decided by the party bigwigs. This state of affairs, don't you think it should change? We want a Kerala which will have less governance and less government machinery and good governance. That is the point. No, basically these are the ideas which prompted me to enter politics at this age of 88. A complete overhaul is required. And that atmosphere I am very hopeful of bringing in within 1 or 2 years. If we come to power, it is possible. Why should our young people go on immediately after education? They go to Bangalore or other places. If Bangalore can develop in this fashion as an industrial place,